Yo guys, what's up? Shadow here. Welcome back to Fallout 4 VR. We are in Good Neighbor right now. And no, that's not Nick Valentine. Hello. What we're going to do this time around, we're gonna complete, or at least start, the quest Dangerous Minds, I think it's called. Well, we were on that quest last time as well, since we came here. But this time we're actually gonna start the integral part of this quest, which is a trip through Kellogg's mind, if I remember correctly. So this should be kind of fun, kind of a little bit different experience, I hope. Because I remember this part of the story quite well. And I think I had quite fun with this, so I wonder how this feels in VR, because there's a lot of like distinctive memories that I have
what I wouldn't give for a camera right now.
of this game.
Your iron strap behind
Oh.
friendly advice. You look just like Sammy too.
Sure as hell didn't act like Institute thinks they can replace people with synths in this
Yeah,
town.
synth
They've got another
components.
thing coming.
Interesting.
Tell his mom.
Alright, so what I want to do right now is, first off, apparently we're thirsty. So we'll give in to that. Also a little bit hungry. Mud jobs, we have a lot of those. Jesus, we have to eat a lot to get rid of that. Alright, memory den. There we go. I think that's where we need to go, as far as I remember. If my memory serves correct. Haha. It's relevant because memory... forget it. Not so important. Here we are! The memory den. I like the atmosphere here. It has this old, like,
Well, Mr.
establishment. Kinda, you know, like a...
Forgotten about the lonely.
I don't know how to call this kind of place, but you know what I mean.
But I'd never walk out on you.
Not a brothel, but...
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Okay, you already did work,
Let's go
huh?
talk to Amari.
Right. Okay, you lead, sir. It's kind of nice that he already did like the talking work for us. Good job, Nick. Hello, Mr. Doctor, sir. Madam.
Dr. Amari?
Yes, I take it this isn't a social call.
No. Here is Kellogg's brain.
We need your help, Doctor. I need the memories from a man named Kellog. But he's dead.
I know it's asking for a miracle, Amari. But you've pulled off the impossible before.
Are you two mad? Putting
Yes.
aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse. You don't
Already
realize
did that.
The memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Well, you know, he was a robot and shit, so please help.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine, I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Sure, here we go.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Oh, go on.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
Oh, Nick, you're awesome.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready.
But
Mr.
first, we're gonna
Valentine.
snatch up that comic over here.
If I start...
Robocop Fun. Includes Grognak the Barbarian holotape game. It's kind of fun. It's not like super important to
Cackling
have
like
this,
an
but
old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Well, can I break it?
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load
Piper?
both
No.
you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
Okie dokie.
See you on the other
Whee!
side.
Alright, Nick. Let's go. We're going like virtual reality inside virtual reality. So this is VRception we're witnessing right here.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They
Okay.
might not be stable. Just hold on.
Somehow I think they got this concept of like, you know, stable, unstable memory from Assassin's Creed, because that sounds so familiar, doesn't it? Wasn't that the whole point of Assassin's Creed, that you had like restore save memory points to get more?
Ah, good. The
Oh,
simulation
wow.
appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary.
Oh,
I'll
gee.
try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
My god, this is really surreal.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Yeah, okay. This is really... In VR, this is super, like, trippy, almost.
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellog. This may prove disorienting at first.
Turn down that goddamn radio. I'm trying to sleep.
Interesting. Comics! Can I do something? Access memory.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad.
So yeah, this is gonna be a lot of story here. So, forgive me if I'm not like complete... I know I'm sometimes a bit silent here, but, you know, it's kind of interesting story.
People are always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
Well, that wasn't much.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
Okay.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
What's it mean, Mom?
So, I think we can continue now, can't
This
we?
doesn't seem
Yeah.
to be what we're looking for.
Not really.
There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
Alright.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit.
Ooh, Golden Gate Bridge.
Next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like.
Alright, it's kind of interesting. Everything freezes in place,
I
except
was
the
the
fan.
worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living.
Ah, come on, it's not
Probably
that
been
bad.
happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. It's gonna
Alright,
be fun.
and his little
We'll
baby
see.
girl.
Whatever made me think
Hello?
that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for
All right.
1 second.
Let's move on.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
There is more over there. Dip 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 doo, walking in the air through brains.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
How does he look when he's young?
You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
Bam!
I found another memory to try. I'll connect.
That was a little bit... looked a little bit confused while breaching thing, like, oh god, where are they? Help me. That's like I would breach a room. I had no idea. Alrighty. There we go. Oh, there's a lot of memory here.
I don't remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe. Suit yourself.
Okay.
There's
Wastelander.
always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it.
Okie dokie. Same here.
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead.
Yeah, kinda.
Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted.
That's the easiest way
Sometimes
to
they
serve.
thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job.
Well, we seem to
A
be
little
getting
extra
closer.
thrown in
Try
for
this
free.
next one.
I always got paid in the end.
It's kind of interesting, so I
One
can
way or
walk
another.
away from this memory while he's still talking. Okay. Could I just walk through the next memory as well? Because here he meets the Institute.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the... I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again.
Oh, look, here has the scar
It was
already.
just me against the world. And the world had it coming. The Institute. First synths weren't all that impressive.
They're kind of
They're
creepy, aren't
good,
they?
but I'm not that good.
Oh, he's looking
But
at
the
me.
Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
Yeah, no shit.
I wanted to see for myself. The first synths weren't all that impressive.
Oh, okay, that's the same
I'm
memory,
good,
I guess.
but I'm not that good.
Can we access
But the
her?
Institute could...
Apparently
I heard all
not.
sorts of rumors about the Institute.
Or maybe we can.
But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement.
Alright, let's move on.
You've got to
Just
tell us
fine.
something. We're running out of brain here.
We're running out of brain.
Ah, there's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override.
There we go. That's what we needed.
Cryogenic stasis suspended.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
Vault computers are still working.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
That's good.
Okay, that's...
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends.
And
Too
here
bad
we
he
go.
left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
This one.
Checking through the logs.
Primary subject.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but I never liked to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of her.
Yeah, they're using the same model. How
Yeah,
couldn't
I'm a
it
cold-hearted
remind you?
bastard for sure, but still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
You really think
Hopefully
so?
It's all just
And looking at ourselves. Hello.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller.
No,
Even if he
you were
somehow
mistaken.
got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
near the end.
I
All
found
right.
another intact memory.
I
Whenever
think
you're
that should be the last one, if I remember correctly. Or almost the last one. Yeah, this is in his house. That's where we found the clues.
This whole
Is
setup in
that
Diamond
your
City
son?
was part of some elaborate
This appears
plan
to be a
of the
very
old
recent
man's.
memory.
Hey, buddy.
Seems
Good
obvious
news, I
now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up. Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it.
We
A
are
reminder of what my
family.
life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no
All
going
right.
back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Alright, I'm not quite sure there's another memory here, or... What we need... let's see... Oh, there we go. We need to? No, we don't need to walk around here. There must be one other thing here that we can look at. Right? Oh!
Kellog.
This guy.
Okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
Well, well, well.
Minimizing my exposure to
He has a
civilians
cool
is
coat.
a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in...
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow.
Give me.
Heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Indeed.
Okay.
Teleportation! Swoop! He teleported already. Just a little bit.
X688. Ready to relay with Shaun.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Phew! They're gone.
Bye.
Okay, I think
Teleportation.
that should be
Now
it.
it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Alright. Can I just exit the door, or... Oh, there we go. What I don't quite understand, you know? Their science guy runs away, so they sent Kellogg to kill him? But aren't the Institute courses just as capable of doing that?
Chilly? It seems chilly.
Also, why would you send a human into a glowing sea if you can send robots?
I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had.
Anger!
No one's ever
No.
done this before. How
Where's
does it
Nick?
feel?
It was okay.
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Sure.
We
Teleportation?
got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes. Their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work?
No shit.
Where do we go next?
This virtual guy.
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil. We need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was?
The glowing fucking sea.
That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
Well, we'll have to... It's perfect, actually, yeah.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield.
That
or
makes
a
no
cloak,
sense.
A way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Aren't robots, like, immune to... or at least resistant to radiation? Am I mistaken here? Well, we'll find a way.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged
There we
Mr.
go.
Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Nice. Alright, and we also leveled up, which is kind of cool. So let me level up. Because I think, yes, at this level a new gunslinger point can be added to our skills. Which means we'll deal even more damage with our pistols, which is nice. And what I want to get next is this one, Scrounger, to find more ammo, because we desperately need that. So more pistol damage. The next one is going to be at level 42, so we'll have a lot of time to plan like our next few perks, you know. We'll have a lot of perk points to spend on various other things. Yeah, like Scrounger and Bloody Mess and all these things. So that's kind of cool.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head.
Oh, God.
That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Nick?
Nick, are you still in there?
What? What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Nothing. Never mind.
If you say so. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
Yeah, I'll keep Piper for now.
I'll see you around, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
Sure thing, buddy. Let's go. Actually, I think this took more than enough for this episode's time. I knew that this would be like a bit of a longer episode. Well, a longer like talking story episode. So the thing is, we get this now out of the way, meaning we can do a lot of awesome action next time. So that's kind of cool.
Sure, ask away.
It's just with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Sure, I'm all right, thanks.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point, and folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
All right. They let you in?
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
Yeah, you know, not a spy, right? Yeah, it's kind of hard settling in, right?
Was it
Let's
hard
just get this
settling
over
in?
with.
They sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
Sure, brother. Thank you. All right, we'll go. We'll step back into the hotel, basically. If we're lucky, the room is still on our name, and it hasn't reset our room reservation yet, so we don't have to pay again. We'll check that. But, you know.
Blue, where are your pants?
What? What? Am I naked? Am I naked? No, I'm not naked. What are you talking about? Jesus, Piper. You have some nerves.
I just clean up around.
Alright, let's see. What was it? Top floor, last room to the right, if I wasn't not mistaken.
What?
There we go. Yep, nice. We can still sleep here. So good. Next time we're gonna go out and we're gonna fight some baddies again. I'm actually kind of glad that we leveled up this time. So next time we're gonna test out our new perk. Well, new perk, our improved damage, rather. And we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do next. Oh, great. Lethargy. Genius. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.